welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a really long time since I've done a video, a tutorial, even posting on my social media. I've been kind of taking a life break, shall I call it. A couple months ago, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and it really threw me off of my normal routine, and that includes doing my social media and my blog. I was relieved to know what was going on with myself, but I didn't connect with RA, and I didn't understand other symptoms that I've been having for a really long time. Didn't connect with what symptoms RA had. When I went to my rheumatologist probably a good 2-3 weeks ago, he reviewed all of my lab work and my history and everything that I've been dealing with for a long time, and he let me know that although rheumatoid arthritis is in my blood, I'm not having active symptoms of it. As well, I also have lupus, which is not showing active symptoms, but I still have it in my blood, in my body. So to be on the lookout for those. But what he did let me know is that I have fibromyalgia, and he thinks that I've had it for quite a long time, perhaps even 10 years or more. With that, I have had chronic headaches since probably high school. I have extreme fatigue. I have memory loss. I have extreme brain fog, which I normally call my mom brain, which I chalk it up to I can't remember because I've had 4 kids and they've sucked all my brains out. But I actually have a reason for that. I have really bad sleep habits. I can't fall asleep, and then in the morning I can't wake up. I've done numerous sleep studies, and they've came back saying that I have a very unique or very extreme sleep apnea that is not normal. And my rheumatologist was telling me that, you know, the reason why no one can diagnose, and they can't give me a specific reason for things happening, is that they're not focusing on the actual diagnosis, which is fibromyalgia. So everything's come to fruition, and now I understand what is going on in my body and in my mind. I've done some research on natural ways to manage fibromyalgia. One of the things that with fibromyalgia, which was kind of like a huge sign for the doctor, was that ibuprofen, Tylenol, Aleve, those types of medications do not help me. I have chronic pain in my hands, in my joints, in my fingers, in my arms. The list can go on and on. I've had it for years. I type all day for my full-time job, which is what I was thinking, that perhaps I have carpal tunnel, and that's the reason why I'm in pain so much. But what he said is that it's not from typing, it's from my fibro. So fibromyalgia will attack the nerves in your body, and it sends pain signals to your brain, and there's really no way to counteract that or get away from it. It's just something that's going to continually happen. And Aleve, Tylenol, ibuprofen, all of those things won't help the pain because it's in the nerves. So he said that was one big sign as well, is that not being able to manage my pain with over-the-counter medication. So there's a lot of medications you can take to try to help your fibromyalgia. None have really been proven because it's more of a newer diagnosis, and something, it's an autoimmune disease, but it's not really been studied, and so it's hard to treat because there's so many different levels of symptoms, and they don't know how to treat them all, and there's not one magic pill. It can also cause depression, and I had that a lot in my younger years. There's just so much to it. So there's not really a medication to take, a one-all medication. Things specifically for fibromyalgia cause a lot of side effects that at my age is not good to try. So I'm not really going that route. I researched a doctor who has studied and also had fibromyalgia himself, and he had some really great advice that I wrote down, took screenshots of, and have put into action. So I've only been on his vitamin regimen and herbs for probably a good week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. I do feel like it's helping, especially my energy levels, because chronic fatigue, I could have cup after cup after cup of coffee and still just feel exhausted and feel like that brain fog. And there's some mornings where besides the pain to get out of bed, I physically just feel numb. And I feel, it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. So try to go to doctor's appointments or tell your husband or anyone else, what you're feeling. And no one really understands unless you have fibro, because it's like constant. It's a headache. It is constant fatigue. It is pain throughout your body, pain especially in your hands. I take pills and it doesn't help. I mean, there's so much, and the brain fog, the memory loss. There's times when I don't remember a lot, and it's very embarrassing. I've had a lot of women come up to me, oh, hey, we're high school classmates, or we went to church together when we were younger, or I just met you somewhere from a mutual friend, and you look familiar, but my brain can't process and I don't function right, so I just, hi, like fake it till I make it. I really don't remember names, and I really don't remember some things, and it's very embarrassing. I think that I've put a lot of feelings and symptoms on the back burner and just tried to ignore them because it's too much to handle. And I'm just starting to realize all of these different things all stem from fibromyalgia, and so it makes sense to me now, and I feel relieved to have a diagnosis and something I can Google and put in, like, here's how I'm feeling, or here's what's going on. Is this a side effect of fibromyalgia? Is this something that correlates with that diagnosis? So I've had a lot of text messages and DMs from people and emails, and I thank you all for checking up on me, and I thank you for wanting to know what's going on. Are you okay? Are you alive? What's happening? Because obviously I've been missing, and I appreciate that, and I love the prayers. Please keep them coming. I tend to try to be more positive and look on the bright side of things. So as much as this is a very negative thing in my life, I'm going to take it and use it as a positive. I don't know what's going to come of it, and I don't know what's down the road, and I know that things just get worse with fibromyalgia, but I'm going to be okay. I have a great support system. I have a great family. I'm not going to die from it. So, I mean, there's so many positives to this, as well as negatives. I feel like I could ramble on and on and on. But I just wanted to let you know what's going on with me in my health and why I've been missing. I'm slowly starting to feel a little bit better and more like myself. I find that if I push myself to the limits, so in working out or in working too much or my blog or just running errands or housework, if I push too much, the next day my body crashes and I feel like I have the flu, that tingly, achy feeling all over your body. And the doctor said that that's fibro flu, where your body, you've done too much, you've pushed yourself to the limits, and your body will shut down to protect itself. So it makes sense, but it's difficult, especially for a mother with 4 boys who has a full-time job, I thank God for my husband for helping me so much, because I don't know what I would do without him. And there's some days where I really feel like I can't get through. I'm not gonna cry. But I will get through. I will be okay. And now I know what's going on. It's been probably a good 10 years where I have felt completely off. Probably about 10 years ago, before I even had kids, I think I was, you know what? It was right before before I got married. I gained probably, I think it's either 33, 34 pounds. And my doctor brought it up and said, hey, you came for your physical last year. I haven't seen you all year, and you come back and you've gained all this weight. What's going on? I'm like, I don't know. I have gained weight, but nothing changed. I did not change my diet. Nothing in my life had changed. I was extremely happy. I mean, I might have been a little stressed over planning a wedding, but I was super positive and happy. And I try to make that my outlook on life in general. And he didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. And I don't talk a lot about my pain or my headaches because I've dealt with them for so long that I really don't feel like that's unusual. It's just my daily life, you know? And so I didn't realize then, and I now know, one of the things with fibromyalgia is gaining anywhere from 30 to 35 pounds in a short period of time, probably a year or less, and not knowing why, or not having life changes where you would have been like, oh yeah, I was a complete couch potato and ate my heart's content, you know, like it wasn't something like that. And I found a doctor, the one I was talking about, who healed his own fibromyalgia, and he said that that's one of the signs, besides all these, you know, this and this. One of the signs is gaining weight and not having a reason for it. And then it's extremely hard to lose weight. So 4 children later, me trying to lose weight, as you guys know, you've been following my weight loss journey. I've lost a good, I think I'm 25 pounds. And it's hard work. I have to work out almost every day. And if I push myself too hard, I've been doing Blueprint Fitness or Blueprint Studio in Visalia, and it's a lot of punching on aqua bags and then free weights and different HIIT stuff. And I love it. It energizes me. I feel so good after doing it. My joints don't hurt as much. I've really been working hard, and thankfully to the guys there, they've been helping me a lot. But I've had to stop punching so much because the punching literally sends shivers down my arms, and I'm tingling and numb for days after, and I can't function. So I've had to stop hitting, and I just have to do movements more. So it's been a process to learn how to do that and how to change when I've been doing so well with it, and I think it's hindered some of my weight loss. But yet at the same time, I will be fine. I will work on this. I'm continuing to work on it and educate myself on what's going on within my body. And I feel very relieved and very blessed to know what my diagnosis is, and to know that although there's not a one-stop treatment for it, I will be okay. And I will figure out ways to help myself be okay. But I just wanted to come on here and give you guys an update on my life and what's been going on. And if you want to say a prayer for me, I would appreciate it, because I need them. But we all have our own issues, and we all have our strengths and things that we're dealing with. And so I will be praying for all of you, and let me know if you have any questions. I would love to discuss it. If you have fibromyalgia, please let me know any advice you have for me or anything that works for you. I would love to hear. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little depressing, I'm sorry, but I was trying to be positive. But that's been my life lately and what's going on, and so that was just my life update in a nutshell. Okay. Please subscribe. I normally just do makeup hair fun tutorials, which I will continue to do and will be getting on. I have a lot of things that I've been working on that I just need to wrap up and finalize before I can post them. So subscribe down below and let me know. Also, if you have any suggestions or comments on things that you want to see, if you want me to put a blog post together about my diagnosis and about what I'm doing to try to help myself naturally, let me know. I would love to do that for you too. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.